Hi, I'm Katharine from the Leicestershire Craft Centre and I'm going to show you how to make a rag rug wreath today. A bit like this one. Lovely for Christmas, but you can make them for all year round as well. What you're going to need is a wire frame. It's a heart-shaped one, but round. You get cross shapes, all different kinds of shapes. Big long strip of Hessian. This one is 2 meters long by 15 centimeters wide, and I've pressed in the edges so that the Hessian doesn't fray everywhere. And you're going to wrap your wreath with the Hessian nice and tightly, as if you're bandaging it up. You carry on all the way around like that, and you'll see, Blue Peter style, what I've done earlier. You can see it's wrapped really tightly all the way around, and then where it joins, just roughly hand stitched it. Doesn't need to be neat and tidy because you're going to cover that up with your strips of fabric. When you've done that, you're going to cut up your fabric. It can be any fabric you like at all. Thick, fleecy, felty stuff works well, but is harder to pull through. But you can use up t-shirt fabric, lace, organza, anything you like. It's absolutely brilliant for using up scrap fabric. When you cut your strips up, you don't have to be too precise about it. I'd say 2 or 3 centimeters wide, and then up to about 10 centimeters long at the longest. Just snip them up roughly. If they're too long, it doesn't matter because you can give it all a haircut at the end, and you don't need to spend hours doing it. If you do have a rotary cutter, you could use a rotary cutter, cut them up quickly with that. But it's quite a nice thing to do in front of the telly, sit and cut up all your strips of fabric. Then you're going to take, it's a rag rug tool, also sometimes called a bodger. It's got like a spring on it. You're going to take your Hessian ring and push the bodger through, grab a little end of fabric and just pull it through. You don't need to knot it, you don't need to tie it, they will stay in place. You're going to carry on like that. It's quite good, you get a good full effect if you don't do it in too orderly a fashion. If you go round really neat and tidily, it starts to all lie in the same direction and it doesn't look as good. So you can actually keep turning your wreath round and putting them in all different ways. If you put a piece in and you don't like it there and you think it's gone wrong, it's really easy to just pull out again and then you can put it in somewhere else. So it's very, very forgiving craft. It doesn't really require any, great technical skill, but it's fun to do and the effects at the end are great. The way to make them look really good is to really pack your fabric scraps in and to contrast your colours. So usually 2 or 3 colours look nice, and then you can see on this one that I've finished, I've used mainly the red and green, but I've just used this real little accent colour lace, a little bit of organza, and it just lifts it up and makes it look really good at the end. And you can see that I've packed it in, you can't see any Hessian at all now, and then I'd say that's done. When you've got bits, if you think they look a bit long, you can give them a little snip. You can use the pinking shears on it if you want to give it a different effect. They also look really nice if you wrap lights around them. You can fix baubles to them, pine cones. You can give them any look you like. So I'm going to carry on with this one, fill it up a bit longer, probably put some stripes in and end up with a nice wreath at the end of it. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to find rag rugging supplies or more information, you can check out our website at www.leicestershirecraftcentre.co.uk.